All right.
Okay.
Great. Hi, Yunjin.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I cannot see your face. Do you see my
can?
face?
I can see your face.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay.
Okay. I'm not sure why you can't see mine. Nope. All right.
Yeah, this morning I had some trouble with the connection with my client. So yeah, I think it's that.
Okay. Okay. I can see you. So should we just keep it here?
Sure. Yeah, sounds
Great.
good.
All right.
Whenever
I'll
you're ready.
introduce myself, and then we can go from there. So, anyone watching this video, welcome. I'm Kelsey Hoff. I'm the owner of Find Your Way Counseling, as well as a counselor myself. And today, I'm going to be having a conversation with Yoonjin Park, who is another counselor within Find Your Way Counseling, who does art therapy. And because of how unique art therapy is and how it's different from talk-oriented therapy, I'm wanting to have a conversation with her about the work that she does so that we can understand a bit more about how her services might be of interest to those looking for therapy. So, as well as we're wanting to talk a bit about the support group that Yoonjin is going to be leading, where she's going to utilize art therapy in a support group format to provide another option for therapy. So, thanks so much for joining, Yoonjin. I'm really excited to have this conversation with you.
Hey, well, thank you for having me, and I'm so excited to say about our therapy a little bit and our support group soon. We're gonna have like 6 week of group sessions, and I'm so excited. So yeah,
good. So, do you just want to give a little bit of an overview of what is art therapy, like in a general sense?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so it's quite a big question actually, and I just wanted to make it really simple. So first of all, art therapy, simply just speaking, art therapy is psychotherapy with art. So art making process is involved, and art therapy is, like other therapy, just like other therapy, like the knowledge of psychology and everything is the base. That's the same, but we just added art making and process, and that's our tool. So I can say that simply that way. And also, if I just go further, then we use both verbal language and non-verbal language, which is art, right? So images, we work with images and sensory things and tactile stuff and all that with verbal language. So it's not just non-verbal only. We're speaking and communicating with the client, but also we use art as tool. So art has images, art has the process has the touching part and sensory part, right? So that's added, and we create safe and non-judgmental environment like other therapy. And we allow clients to express their heart emotions with art images and the process, not just the images. The process is very important for art therapy.
Yeah. It sounds like there's so many things that could be done with art and
yes,
therapy combined, like psychotherapy in the form of talking, but then also combining that with the sensory aspects of art making.
Absolutely.
So
yeah.
would someone come to art therapy? Like, would art therapy be beneficial for specific types of people, or people looking for, or are people coming with certain symptoms? Or would you say that art therapy could be utilized for anything that people go to counseling or psychotherapy for?
Okay, that's very good question. The one of the strengths of art therapy is it's for all ages, like probably from age 4 to, let's say, age 120. You know, we can do
Okay,
that
so
with all
anyone.
ages. Yeah, anyone can just join because it's you know, very easy access. You know, art making and strength based and all that. Also, it is very efficient for those people who are suffering from trauma, PTSD, and hard feeling, hard emotions. So, with the talking therapy, we are actually suggesting the tools to, you know, manage in a cognitive way, right? But the art is actually approaching the emotional part too. So we are balancing it. So cognitive part is one thing, our left brain, right brain is our emotions and things like that. So we just kind of balance together, and those people with hard emotions, let's say trauma, let's say grieving, let's say anxiety and depression, it'll be very, very useful for
Okay.
them. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So as much as talking is
Mhm.
beneficial, and there's still some talking within art therapy, it sounds like you're saying that in some cases, the art is needed to go to a deeper place that can't be accessed.
That's right. The emotion part, yeah, you cannot really express it sometimes with the talking part, right? Because as you know, because you're a counselor, you experience some kind of a blockage, right? When the clients are experiencing some kind of emotional, um, you know, hard to express emotions, right? Then there is blockage, right? Then art actually can help out with the sensory part and the symbolic part and images too. So yeah, it is very useful and efficient that way. Yes, for sure.
Yeah. It sounds like such a versatile form of therapy
That's true.
that could be
That's
utilized
true.
in so many different ways.
That's true. That's absolutely true. And in our therapy world, like the expressive therapy continuum is used, which is the method that you uh, just kind of stabilize your cognitive part and emotional part of brain. So left and right brain, both. So there's a level that we can reach with a different level of sensory, you know, um, what stimulation and talking stimulation. So there are many steps. So it's just awesome that we can balance it and then approach the hard emotions and kind of just manage together.
Yeah.
So that's a strength for sure.
Yeah. It's really like something that I've learned a lot about just through talking to you about art therapy is how neurological it is. Right? Like you're really thinking about what's going on in the brain and what needs to happen in the brain for resolution of trauma to happen.
That's right.
So that's so interesting to me, especially coming as a counselor who does more talk oriented therapy. It's, you know, it's not that my form of therapy doesn't look at the body or look at the brain, but it's a different pathway in, right? And yeah, it's just so fascinating. Do you think that there are some misconceptions about art therapy? Do you ever run into people who have some assumptions about what it is or what it might be like?
Oh yeah, I have to face that every single day because they don't treat the art therapy as a psychotherapy sometimes because it has art at the beginning, right? Beginning of the word, and they're thinking that it's first of all, it's just art making, you know. They don't take it really seriously about this mental work, right? So that's one thing, and they don't know about it that much. So that's another. And third, it's not about the technique, right? We're not teaching the clients like make the artwork beautiful or perfect. It's not about it. It's just a process we focus on the process. Of course, the outcome is important. We just, get the reflection of our mental work and just talk about it and then go further and deeper. But it's not about technique or beautiful art making. So that's the biggest misconception of art therapy, I think.
Yeah. So are you saying that you don't need to have any art skill to
Mhm.
go to art therapy?
That's right. So because of the misconception, they think that, oh my goodness, I need some art skill. I don't know anything about it and I don't know how to do art. But yeah, we don't need art skills at all. If you can make some dots and lines, yes, you're ready. Yes.
Okay, right. In our society, especially as adults, we sometimes hold shame around our art, right? And we laugh at our inability to draw or this or that. But it sounds like what you're saying is that it's not about producing something beautiful. It's about the process and the what's happening in your brain as you do that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, all related to your own experience and history of your personal experience, and we relate it and we just focus on the process and the development, right? We just acknowledge that hardship and hardness, very hard feelings, what you have, right? And then we just go further and dealing with it, organize it, and actually give them tool to develop their strength, right? So it's just strength based, and also we nurture their inner strength and resiliency. So that way, art therapy is very powerful, and that's why the process is very, very important.
Yeah. Okay. Those who have joined or who are watching, if you have any questions for Yunjin about art therapy, please put them in the comments. We'd be happy to answer those. So you're leading a support group that utilizes art. Can you talk a bit about that group? What maybe first of all, who is the group for?
Okay, so we have this support group session. It's going to be a 6-week program starting from November 9th and ending on December 14th. It's every Wednesday, and it's going to be like, evening session, 6:30 to 8 p.m. And
That's CST, correct?
That's CST for sure, yeah. So we'll use art as a tool of healing for people who is experiencing or experienced in the past, like the religious harm and trauma.